Good morning, family. Hello. Mereka berdua from Indokana.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Marika Burton, and I'm from Indokana.
Wow. Hello. Morena pala. Ay wala kapalya pe. Ngangkare ko ba? Pika dal.
For most of my life, I have been a Nankri, a traditional healer, working with people who are ill or have had accidents in my area.
Wow. Ngayon ko ito yan. Mima ko ito, ngangkare ko ito, yun ay pindang kalwa ka rin. Murang ka. Ngayon ko ito, trip lang, kangalan lang.
By no means the only traditional healer that we have in our communities across our lands. I'm one of the few from Indokana that travels out and talks in meetings such as this.
Oh, mana cuta wala kari. Cuta, kimine dewan karanga. Min langang kari cuta. Mana wajib cilpi ko jubilu dasar.
So there's many of us Nankri traditional healers working across all of our communities. There are a lot of female Nankris, male Nankris, and some of them are even young children that have the special healing powers.
Oh, mana ko wala ka pecah, angkari na ori kulinda polo. Kangan na puk kayo ni. Ngayon ko po niya ada. Ngangkari po niya ada. Kanya nga doon niya. Ngayon na pala ni. Kangan na po niya ang kangaran. Ngayon mama ngangkari. Pulkaya rin nilay. Kangaran ito yung pala niya po niya nga. Kanya na kingkwari na po ko. Ngayon ko mama dara. Ngayon ko lang. Ano nito mama ko wala kaparo wala kanya ni ngayon mama ko pulka.
Within the organisation we have two different programs that we are involved in. One is the Nankri program, the traditional healers work that we do. And the other program is called Udi Kulindako, which translated means clear thinking, and through the work that we do, one of the things we've produced is this book about traditional healers. And if you're interested to have a look in the book, you'll see that my story is in one of the chapters, and that details how I received my powers through my father. So you'll see part of his story as well as mine in this book about traditional healers of Central Australia.
Wow. Ngayon ko ito yan. Ngayon ko malamay ang kala hindi. Kalau ngangkay. Ngayon ko malamay kalau training pala ni. Ngalit yung wala karipay. Mamangalim pa po rin. Ngayon pala ngayon no. Mamangalim mo ko rin ngayon. Yung dungay niya. Yung pa. Hinapa. Mapanrira. Huwag ko dyan. Ngayon nga pala. Kamay wala kanya nga palo niya. Wala kanya ko yun to. Uyayin ko niya. Kunkunay niya.
As I said before, I'm not alone. There are many of us, and one of the other traditional healers that is currently learning and building her skills is my younger sibling. It came about for me when I was young and I saw that my father, who worked really hard as a traditional healer, was getting older, and so I asked him if he could please pass on to me his special power so that I could continue his work And so that's what ended up happening. So when he was getting ready to pass away, to go to his final sleep, he gave his powers into me so that I can do the traditional healing I do, which I've been doing for many, many years.
Kangai luar ka niya kala. Ngayon, pero kamala po, ka niya. Ngayon ko kimili ka, indal ka na. Ngayon luar ka niya, clinic ka. Kika dyan sa kapita yun. Ngayon luar ka niya, ngayon pika dyan. Ngayon mo ko rin yun to, kuwari, ngangkalin ko dyan. Kangalin mo ko dyan. Kung ito kuwari yun, indal ka lang. Kangai ko ito, ngayon dyan. Ngayon, tukod na niya bali ng ayaw ko dyan. Sira mo lang din kita. Ngangkalin ko ngoro. Ngayon, tukod ko. Pula kalar na ngayon ito no. Ngayon, mamanang ko. Ngayon, kiminin niya ng wakarin. Pirang pitadang ka. Ichikulo pitadang ka. Yang kala pitadang ka. Kung kala pitadang ka. Kangai ko. Ngayon, wakarin. Tukod lang ko. Ngayon, sira mo lang.
As a traditional healer, it can mean that there is a lot asked of you because there is a great need and desire for people to have treatment from us. But I try and be unfailing in my commitment to do that work, and we work closely with the clinic in Indalkana. There's another traditional healer there as well as myself, so we have two in the community in Indalkana, and we share the workload. So it doesn't matter whether it's a young child or a man or a woman, and even the non-Aboriginal people that live there, if they come to me and say to me, I really want some healing treatment from you, I do my best to be able to give that to them. And it's important to me that we're able to share the stories of our work with the wider community, such as the things that we put in this book here, so that you can see how it is that we're continuing the tradition of our own healing techniques, and nowadays bringing that into the clinics and the other mainstream health professional settings, so that our stories stemming back from my father's days and the ancestors before him are continuing on in this new way.
Yang kalau coba tunjuri pe namanya kata korare ko pe kangai lo mana na push medicine namanya push medicine namanya ngai lo yo jomilal pe anan pampa juga ko mana ngai lo mana pampa ko juga nani indal kalau ini ko Nungani pool pa, mangga jangan push medicine. Jangan visual mula pa, ngali pika pala mo jangan balala. Poli, kata poli, mangga jatuh pula kata poli, mana cune poli. Yang kalau palo, kung kalau palo, strado bay pala wala kanyang paro nganang pa mula pa alay do nganang pala pa mga kanyang pora push medicine.
Young people in particular, when they come to us, especially young males, we can diagnose that their balance is out by feeling a movement in their belly, and also by finding that there is an opening in their head that is making them unwell. And when we do the treatment, we always use this traditional bush medicine called the Ermanka, which is a native fuchsia plant base. And as we treat them, we apply the medicine, it's like a rubbing medicine, sorry. And we also use a healing breath, whether we decide it needs to be on their head or down in their belly. What we find is that they make incredibly quick recovery, that as soon as they've been treated, they feel amazingly better, the young men and the young women that we see in our community.
Oh, pala. Kanya do puk niya da, yang mama no reda mala. Ay pamri tuno puk niya kanya do reda mala kware. Ay ko puk. Ay to ko polo tuno. Ngay ko mama ko program na. Oh, pala. Ngay ko may da lindi. Ngay luwa ko wala kaya pa. Mula pa. Pala. Kana yun.
So I'd just like to end by really encouraging you to have a look at this book and read about all the different stories that are related to tradition healers that myself and my family have put into the book and published for people to read about. And I'm especially proud to think that people can learn about my father's story here. I'm also proud of the fact that the people we work with and help coordinate our program place great trust in us and know that we do our best to really live up to the important work of healing that we do. Morning, everyone. We're really happy to have come all this way to be with you and share our stories with everyone here today.
Workshop pala workshop pala kulit pa
So the other program that we do is the Uri Kulin Jakawan, the Thinking Clearly. It's a series of workshops that we set up in order to work for better future and better outcomes for our young people. Because what we were seeing in our communities is that so many of our young people were becoming unwell, not being able to think clearly. Their behaviour was really different. And we started these workshops to try and understand what was going on in our communities. And that's where we learned about this word trauma, that we don't have a word for in our language. So we've started to see and learn from other people's experiences through the workshops that there is this thing called trauma that has badly affected all of our young men, women and children, and that they're suffering under this. So through the workshops we could start to think and talk more clearly about what was affecting them. And out of the workshops, one of the things we created was this book, which is called Julpu and Walpa, The Bird and the Wind. We used the story in the book to show our young the different things that are happening in the world nowadays. Another thing that we started to think and talk about a lot and actually then make some resources from was a story from the past called The Man in the Log. It's about a man who lived with his two wives, and he was an expert hunter and always went out, provided really well for them. And one day, when he was out hunting, he saw an animal in a hollow tree, and as he reached his hand into the tree to try and grab the animal, he found himself swallowed up and engulfed by the whole tree. He managed to right himself, and still trapped inside this hollow log, he painfully made his way back to his two wives who were waiting unwitting to what had happened to him. And the two women heard the sound of his singing as he came towards them, and what they heard was this song. Because the two women who were sitting without any idea of what had befallen their husband back in their camp, they heard this song coming towards them and had no idea what it was. So we'll sing that song now. To sing now the song that he sang as he made his way across the land inside the log. So this was the sound that the two women heard that he was singing as he came towards them. And when they finally recognised that it was their husband who was singing from his place trapped inside the tree, they flung themselves to the ground in grief and wailed and cried with despair for him. But after a while they realised they had to try and help him. So they started travelling together in search of a strong enough traditional healer, a nunnery, that would be able to help them free their husband.
Kapi chicken dia alam.
And so they were escorting him along, but of course inside the tree he couldn't see, so they carefully made holes for his eyes so that he could see where he was going, and they made another hole so that they could give him water.
Oh, pulau ni, puyu pernah jangan nyana maju lagi ni. Kapula pala berhila ni. Mula pulau ni kan, mula yang baru ada maju lagi.
Eventually they could see off in the distance the smoke from some fires where people were camping, and so they drew close and finally arrived at another group of people.
Kalau wadi punya baru ini kalau nyari kau beraja, puno ini kali ni.
The man was still singing the song as he travelled along, so the group of people heard this noise approaching them. What's that? What's happening? What's out there? What? Can it be a man singing from inside this hollow log?
Kalau minyak yang berang kali ngakai pulka orang, ngakai kuju pakan balu palumba wadi makan balu.
So the women explained that they were bringing their husband in search of a nunnery, and out of the group a nunnery stood up and approached them, and I won't do it because she demonstrated, but in that manner he hurled his power towards the man stuck in the log.
Oh, pilih number 2. Puju bang ngakai kira cukup bang kalau putu alkan.
But it didn't work, and so number 2 tried. Another nunnery got up to try as well. He as well, even though he flung his whole strength of power at the man in the log, nothing happened.
Wah, bapak mana ya? Nyuka malah ponkan. Banyak kalau kapi wiya, mai wiya bicara lagi ponong ka, onu.
But then a third nunnery tried, and once he had worked his power on the man in the log, it fell to the ground and split open, and out of the hollow log fell an emaciated, really weak and disabled man. He fell to the ground and lay there.
Oh, palunya mana nak wangkapai? Cici mana bahuan kana? Nyara palu berita, capam, puno. Mana jana orang ini? True mana? Matu jura, jalan aja ini. Murah kuju jura aja ini ke mana na? Putu ni, ya jadi ke mana na? True mana kalau jauh ya.
And we see today that our young people are exactly like that man in the log. They're entrapped by their trauma. They're sometimes literally imprisoned in jails across our lands in all of the communities. There are people who are totally disempowered by the trauma they've been experiencing. And our search today is about how to release them from that trauma so that they can heal and become free again.
Oh, I don't know. Amara wakari ne. Penyang ken. Anam bawa kemarin. Mana nyala pada wakari be mana. Mai lo kari ni dua learning. Online mana na cukup bawa kapai. Yang orang yang kungkara yang wangkara ni beja jadi nyura kuari. And
And as part of the work I do in my community of Armada, I work with a group called CAMS, Child and Adolescent Mental Health Service, and we have a program there called two-way learning, and that involves us getting out into the bushlands around outside the communities and taking the young men and the young women out back onto country and working with them there so that they can see and reflect on what it is that it is happening to them when they're staying in the communities and not thinking well about the current situations they find themselves in. And by getting them out and back onto country, we hope that they can see and make better decisions about where they're going to go in their life.
Wah, jura mukul kola marana mangkam westi ina mukul jura la koleni.
And so if anybody would like to find out a little bit more about the work we do, we'd love you to ask questions, and we'd like to hear from you in turn now.
Questions? I'm one of the executives at Top End Health Service here in Darwin. I'm very interested in nunneries, and a few executives are also incorporating nunneries in the Royal Darwin Hospital. And I do know, well, please inform me, nunneries are used in the Royal Adelaide Hospital? And if so, how well is it used? Because we would like to adopt that model.
Wah, ngana Adelaide kan ko pay, ngana may jang diyan pay, ngana nan ko la nervela, nina joiya, ngana wah kari payar pika jari jodoh pika jari jodoh, alia pija payar leno, ngana meeting kan pay program ajar kanyangka, jangan alia pija pay, pika jari jodoh payar jodoh, ngana wah kari pay. May wati ko jo, mala kurang, allergy, may pala niya pampuno, kawalo, mapal karan payahin ng mara joda, palo pulka maray, soala pulka, uno pato we kano, ngana nala ko to, kawalo mara pala niya cara, pala nala ka, strada way payahin. Uno ngay mga naman. Oh no, kapag pala ni Marado, strong way.
In Adelaide, we don't actually live there, but we have attended numerous times for meetings and conferences such as this. And it often happens that people find out that we're there and they come to us at the conference venue, and even some of the non-Aboriginal people that hear that we're around, they come to seek treatment too. And I recall one time a man that had a really severely swollen and disabled hand, and we gave him treatment with the earmug, gave him a as well, and he was overjoyed to get the use of his hand back really, really quickly. I might just clarify your question, would you, about the hospital work?
Yeah, I just wanted to see how does it work within the hospital setting.
Hospital.
Wow. Pika dalam hari baik, Sri Lanka, ngana nyar di baik, ngana jar pa baik Sri Lanka, ngali ngangkari kejar, menghari jar para pika jalan nyar barnya, mulai man ko baik, ngangkari ko baik, menoleh ngangkara wanti baik. ka taktang ngalapai, manungana na nyakupai, ika dalam kawal karinya ka, hospital lang ka.
So with the Alice Springs Hospital, we were in Alice Springs that they will ring up from the hospital, liaison officer, they have liaison, Indigenous liaison there, they get in touch with the Women's Council who then find out which of us Ngangkari are in town at the moment, and then we'll go over to the hospital to see the person who's requested us. And we find that the doctors come along and witness us as we do our healing on that particular person. So it works with them requesting the Ngangkari, because now we have a Ngangkari program. That's where we're able to attend to them.
Oh, kapal ni cukup gaya bay, taktang alam begini, community ka, kaya bay harus pengen ako, taktang gaya bay, ngaram taktang ko, community mo, harus pengen ako kapal. Angkula kapal niya pigawin niya ko bay, manumala ko gaya bay. One night ko. Ngayon ala chunga imachi. Taktang ko iyan bay niya ko jako. Alice Springs. Kanang karen ko ulan man ko niya kay iyan bay. Alice Springs ako. Taktang ko niya ko la, malaw kong kayan pa, pikawiyan niya ko la, ala siya. Already.
Sorry about that. Sometimes it happens because we have our communities and the doctors' clinics in those communities find that somebody is ill and needs to go into Alice Springs for tests and treatment. So it actually happens that when they go into Alice Springs, when they get to the hospital, the doctors send them straight back home again because they've found nothing wrong with him. Because what's happened in the meantime between the doctor and in the community diagnosing or seeing some illness and getting to Alice Springs is that the person has sought out a Ngangkari and gained treatment from that Ngangkari. And that's why by the time they get into Alice Springs, they're well again and the doctors, the medicals at the hospital can't find anything wrong.
Malako, iyan pa Alice Springs malako. Pika puto niya ko la.
They get sent back from the Alice Springs Hospital because they can find no evidence of illness.
Alam pa malako sa may community.
The person just gets sent back to their home community.
Alam pa wala kanyang palo. Community ka ngaran.
So this is work that's from the community-based work that we do.
Pala, ngayon, puk nang ako, inlain kanikuan. Ngayon ko, puk nang ako, mangaran, kangalan kanikuan. Ngayon ko
I'd like to
ko
all of the story that this book holds, there is a special song, Ima, and I would like to sing that special traditional healers song for you now.
Pala, ngayon kay. Ngayon ko Ngangkari ko. Pala.
So it's a Ima song that belongs to me as a Ngangkari, and it now belongs to this book as the keeper of Ngangkari stories.
Ayun may ang halulungan ng tawag ginawa ko bay. Ka bay, Ngangkari ko daw. Pala, ngayon may kay.
Special song that belongs to the Ngangkaris and that the Ngangkaris can sing. So I'd really like to sing it so that you can all hear it now.
Ngayagade mapanayo ko gade Pala, thank you.
They want to know any more questions? Over the back there. Microphone's making its way over. While we're doing that, I might just say, isn't it amazing that you can see that story about that young fella chasing something in the log, something good, and getting stuck in there, you know, like jumping in that river, like following someone in a running river, and then they're stuck in there, and that song's walking around. It sounds like the person's walking around, but it's not really them. It's not really there. They're still stuck over there in the log, their real spirit, and it needs the healing to crack that open. And it doesn't happen on the first time. Sometimes you need to try a few times to crack the log open. But then it cracks open and you can see the real person stuck in there, and then healing can begin. Amazing, eh?
My name's Alan. I'm a Philip Mark from the elderly people in Sydney. I now live on Butterfly Land in Port Macquarie. I'm really proud to be very honoured and privileged to have heard your stories and listened to your storyline from your father right through. I just want to congratulate you and thank you so much for letting us here.
Can I ask one question? We've been talking a lot yesterday, and a lot of us here are Aboriginal people, Torres Strait Islander people working in health and helping our communities too. And one of the things we're talking about is that trauma story too, about how our people are stuck, you know, and how we can help them. But we were talking about sometimes it makes us a bit sick too, or a bit sad, because we're working with our mob and we get a bit heavy, you know, with the story. And we were talking yesterday about how we've got to heal ourselves too and look after ourselves when we're doing this work. Can I ask, how does the Nuncaries, how do you look after yourself? How, when you're doing this work, you keep yourself well?
Manana, Palutana, Ulpukani, Katakorada, Artuman, Pulkara, Manamba, Tuta, Alatin, Tromajara, Kamanana, Artuman Kobai, Nankari Danko, Mono, White Danko, Comedy Danko, I look after Milamay, my grandson, granddaughter, Tuta.
It is the work of the Nunkery to stay strong and resilient, to be able to offer the care, and I take pride in doing that and keeping myself strong, especially to look after my immediate family, all the different grandsons that I have responsibility for and care for, to keep strong for them. Okay. So I was just extending the question to say, but how do you, when you're really tired and exhausted, how do you get better? And Marika said that the thing for us is that we still have such big extended families and such community support that there's a lot of us that can take up the, when we need to rest, there's somebody else that comes and picks up the slack for us, so that we still share that responsibility across family and community that helps us stay strong because we're doing it together.
Ngana na pako ya ni ko pai mono ngali ngana na ngangkari tudang ko waka palal pai na bana kata kora tudang ka mono ngana na pako ya ni ko la dalang ka ngana na prai jun ko pai ngana na mama kata la japin pai si sulok prai sala kurun men lawal ka jalan na hela men kaya jadi kalau ko juniti mama ka hela kalau nyane ngana nau na ano preaching tu dawal kare wala nya pala jalan la ngangkari mono ode kolin yang ajana jungo ngana nawal kare mulla ngalde jalan jula alpa menan mulla papo ya ring ko pai Ngana na pray pai pala.
But of course we do need to rest. We do need to restore our strength when we've been working a lot. And there are a lot of people, especially amongst the young, that aren't very well with their mental health, and that creates enormous demand on us. So we seek a lot of solace and a lot of our own self-healing through God and Jesus, through prayer, through praying and trusting in the Lord that the Lord is the highest healer of all. And so that helps us to stay strong. The other thing that helps us, because we are a group of Ngangkari, we're not alone, and we have the Uri Kulinjaku team, the team of people that are working together to find ways to help not just the people in our communities that are suffering, but also ourselves as we do the work. The Uri Kulinjaku team, which Warnajura and other people are on, actually look a lot at our own needs as well as just the needs of the people that we're coming to help.
Yawan na true mala. Mulawan na true mabala minadai si kun pala pe. Odi na kunpo. Yada ni mulawan na odi na ba adi mungo.
Because what we realised when we started being able to think a little bit more clearly and understand what was going on was that we in fact were all suffering from one level of trauma or another. It was affecting us all. It wasn't just the young people that we had to be concerned about. We had to look at how to help ourselves as well. And one of the things that we learned about and worked on and developed was meditation. So we started to use meditating as a way of healing in our meetings.
Na meditation jun nyuji ngana pa ngana workshop pijala ngana nyaba jingwe ngana body ori jingana jingana pa body ngana ngana pa poiko kapurva kiri ngokuiba.
And we actually recorded some the meditations that we learned about and practice on the USB in our own language. And one of those is a body scan. And as we do that meditation and reflect on the feelings in different parts of our body, from our kidneys, our hearts, our head, our muscles, our tendons, all of those things, we start to feel where it is that there's disease, and it helps us kind of focus and then relax and notice how we're feeling, and we found it a really good help.
Wow. Orang kan pula workshop may po community kapalan. Ngayon jago yung mga kula hindi mo jago, ana nawan ka hindi na jago. Runa meditation niya kalau ka, ana body kalau pika niya yung ada mo yung
And one of the things that's been important for me as a result of the workshops, the Kulinjaga workshops, is taking that experience, the things that we've learned and developed back into the community of Amara and holding community workshops that are aimed at letting people know about that this thing called trauma really exists, and that one of the things that can help is to do meditation and become aware of what's going on in your body, so that you start to get strength and skills and knowledge about how to protect your body, and so that you won't become ill and you won't be affected as much by trauma. So that's been a really important thing for us to do.
Oh wow. Parang ay cukup palu na daw kayo. Parang ano na, palu pun bawan kara, nung ano na. Ulang ka pa eh, chichicho lang kachakol dun ka pa eh. Nung ano na, chungo niya na, pul kara karon dyan niya, wang ka pa eh, nentil pa eh, cukur pa ulo yun na. Yura kuare, pujo pa rin. Yura kuare, ulo niya na. Kalau kami buang kanya kakulen na, pamli buang kanya kakulen na, mananala di jago din ko kaya, ciciwan karang.
And I'd just like to add in the same way that now we're encouraging everybody and back in the communities to make really great effort to see the need for actually doing more talking and listening with their young people, because things have changed. We want to give them information about different things that are happening in the world for them now, and the things they do need to think about and learn about in order to stay safe and strong in life, and how important it is for grandparents to be talking to their grandchildren, and to make the effort and make sure that people are creating the space and time to be with their young people. Because it's changed, and so we're sort of talking at that level in the community to everybody to put that attention and care to their young people.
Mabaya sino yang yung mukuna ngalila japingi gida pita mali ni mali. Kaya mga kaya ni mala halos mo.
Okay, so I really wants you to. One of jurors said, yeah, feel free to, if you see us through the rest of the day, want to have a chat, come up and talk to us. We have to fly back to Alice Springs early tomorrow morning, but we'll be here today. So thank you.